I like to call the grip like a muscle regulator. The more you grip, the more harder your upper arm has to engage. Like you can, just by gripping like a doorknob really hard, all these muscles start to engage, even all the way up to your chest. Hey guys, it's Jerrick here from MMT. Today we got Ninja here on the table. If you guys have been following along, I've been doing like a wrestling combat series on certain conditions and how we treat and how we do stuff in the gym as well. Okay, so today we'll be talking about elbow. Okay, so in a grappling combat scenario, a lot of people would use their hands and grip on their opponent, and that can create a lot of tension in their elbow. It could also be an underlying shoulder issue as well, so it's good to assess further up the chain as well. Okay, so but we're talking directly, specifically the elbow. Okay, so there's a common tendon in this area that connects into this epicondyle. The thing with the forearm, you got so many forearm muscles. See, he's wiggling his fingers there. It's all kind of activating. They converge and bottleneck to make up the common tendon and attach to that bony prominence. Okay, so that can create a traffic jam in the tendon and create pain and a lot of that overuse sensation. Okay, so we're just going to go through some treatment. So I like to do a bit of a broader stroke on the actual forearm itself. I connect bone on bone. That's what I like to feel. And I just get tuned in to where my pressure is. I'm not going heavy. I'm just trying to get some intel on how it's actually feeling, if it's very gristly or if it's very hard, if it's producing any referrals down the arm. And how's that feeling, Ninj?
Yeah, good, man. I can feel some referral actually. When
Already,
you say that, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good line, just right under there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that feels really therapeutic. I know that it's good.
After we run through some strokes here, we can do some dynamic work. We can do some passive treatment as well. Being in this position.
Sorry for interrupting your video, guys, but I want to talk to you about the MMT Online Academy. So you might have been looking at Ninja and I doing our stuff for a long time now, thinking, how good would it be to work at MMT? But you might be overseas. This is your chance to get exclusive content updates from us every single day to make you a better practitioner, more new customers, better results, and skyrocket your income. So if you want to be on the inner sanctum, get into the Academy. All you got to do is dedicate 5 minutes a day to making yourself better, and it's just $28 per month. How good's that? $7 a week. Let's go!
Ninja can also kind of use his wrist, play around the wrist, play around with the fingers as we get a bit more specific into where his actual pain is or where someone else's pain is.
Feel that deep in there, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, so what's happening is being gripped up all the time, isometrically, your muscles are just constantly turned on, and there's an under recovery aspect as well. You keep training, you just kind of keep aggravating that area. So there does need to be a level of reduction activity if you really kind of want to heal it, and also training your grip and training your upper arm as well. Okay, so when injuries happen is when the load is higher than the capacity. Okay, so if we can give it some rest and start training in a way where we're increasing the capacity, we're able to take more load on. Okay, so now I'm going to get a bit more specific. So I'll feel for that kind of bony prominence where it all attaches to, and I've hooked onto the edge of this elbow. And most of the time it's very specific. They can feel it's right in this spot.
Whoa, it is, man.
Yeah.
It's like an ache.
Yeah, deep ache, yeah. Lots of referrals into the hand sometimes.
Whoa, good spot.
Yeah, a lot of those, I've even seen elbows where around this kind of area, it like thickens up. It's like a bone spur. It's like a constant pull and tug of the tendons, and the body's like, what's going on? So it will start to build up the area, calcium deposits in that area, so it has more of a surface area to actually pull on, so it won't rip or it won't tear. So the body's very smart in adapting. And I'm just dragging that across, nice and easy. And by Ninja kind of moving his arm, I can feel it, and I'm just letting that guide me to where I want to go.
Yeah, something in there.
Yeah.
So just to give viewers a bit of idea, that was really intense up high, close to the bone now, and it was kind of backed off. I was quite comfortable, and now I'm feeling it's therapeutic kind of connection again, or just means that there's gunk in there that kind of feels nice to get cleared.
Yeah.
Worked out.
So I can be on the actual muscle belly, or since there's a lot of crossover with layers of the forearm tissue, I can be in between those nooks and crannies. And that's where usually those sticking points are. Yeah, if you saw my last video with the wrist, I can go channel this into parts of the wrist where I can kind of connect into their hands. Just like that. Good. I'm gonna go a bit higher into where, like the meat in the sandwich between the tricep and the bicep. So I like to start here sometimes. This one can be a little bit of a sore one, but I can, again, follow that line past the elbow.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, the thing with the grip, like your whole arm is being recruited. So I like to call the grip like a muscle regulator. The more you grip, the more harder your upper arm has to engage. Like you can, just by gripping like a doorknob really hard, all these muscles start to engage, even all the way up to your chest, your neck. I can also be right over the top of that bony prominence, just like that. I can feel some gristly bits. So I want to pin it, hold it, and then just encourage it away. Sometimes I like to shimmy there a little bit.
Whoa, yeah, good.
So there's times where it can be like above that forearm bone or just right underneath the bone here. It's good to see the definition with the sun. Like
Yeah, we're using the sun
using
today,
the
aren't we?
sun, get that vitamin D.
Yeah, we're heading into winter, so gonna get as much as we can while we can. Whoa, that's another spot there, bro.
There's one spot here, right, like on a nook of the forearm, elbow. If I want to soften this area, I can just bend here a little bit. Try not to block the view. I might bend this elbow like this, compress this area. Just like that.
Yeah. Ah, yeah.
Yeah, these are very important just to kind of refresh a lot of these areas. You'd be surprised of how much our forearms and arm muscles can take. But once you get them treated and feels refreshed, they feel lighter, your grip feels better. We're just so used to working with our hands, especially as practitioners as well. Yeah, next video I'll show you ways to kind of improve your grip, improve your elbow, things that I've tried in my wrestling journey and telling the guys in their combat journeys as well of how to rehab some of these things using towels, using pull-ups, things like that. Okay, so follow along. If you like these videos, like and subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.
Done.
Yes.